Steadicam contribution to humanity because it actually helps us strengthen them. This video is going to be an answer to one of my future students' question that I was going to answer her directly, and I thought, well, maybe this is going to serve more people. She asked a very important thing, which is, how do I prep for a Steadicam workshop? I thought that was really smart because this is the kind of thought that you expect from someone in the industry or anywhere, but go there at least somehow prepared, even if you've never done it before. If you do everything correct, if you listen to your instructors, usually this one area of your body where you might feel something is this little guy, quadratus lumborum. We love Latin, right? Or QL to make it easier, which is actually a group of muscles that's right next to your, very internal in your lumbar spine. Most people don't usually straighten that area too much. If you don't have that practice, whatever it is, you might feel it. And that's one of the greatest advantages of operating Steadicam for long term, because you're gonna have those muscles stronger and more stable. Actually, to every muscle, to every joint in your body, you wanna have them both mobile and stable and strong, flexible and strong at the same time, within the range of that muscle, that joint, that area, right? And that's why today a lot of professionals, physical trainers, physical therapists, they'll say, don't do only stretching, because you're gonna have that area super flexible, but then not strong enough to hold it. So if you do everything correctly, you're not supposed to feel anything. I mean, taking care of yourself first place, you know, checking with a professional if you don't have anything crazy going on. And then once you're there with the equipment, I say doing everything correctly in terms of balancing both the equipment by itself and then really paying attention to how you balance the equipment with your body and how you're gonna do that dance together. Understand all the movements we go for. Of course, a 2-day workshop's not enough to get into that sensitivity of understanding what's happening between you, the equipment with the dance, but you get the fundamentals. You get the basics to understand, to take that with you for your day-to-day training in a regular basis, hopefully after that. The only thing muscle-wise that I would touch in terms of how do you prep for a workshop for your first time doing this thing, I would say QL only, pretty much. I would suggest some straightening if you have the time, if you have the patience, and if you have, most of all, if you have consistency, if you have commitment. So it would be interesting if you incorporate that in your routine or whatever. If you already go to gym, maybe if you're not doing enough straightening exercise to your lower back, incorporate some of those. When I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna read a book. I just read in this position, which is in yoga, you can call it Sphinx pose. But even more important than that is paying attention on how you're doing it. Because here in the United States, for example, a lot of people go to the gym without a coach, without someone watching them to point, hey, maybe, you know, fix the angle a little bit. The 3 things I would start thinking is stretching, if you may, you can add that. Release if you're in some kind of pain, muscular pain, it might be good. And most important of all is straightening, working that mobility of the group of muscles within, at the same time you're straightening it. I think that's the smartest choice, because then you don't even need to stretch. If you do your exercise in best position and you actually use the full range of motion available to you today in that while you're straightening it. But pretty much in the first contact with the Steadicam, if you do everything else correctly, all the balancing and everything, only thing that you might feel is this guy. Which is great, because with time after operating a Steadicam, you're going to strengthening this guy too, and then you don't feel anything anymore, only the joy of flying cameras around. All right, have fun and fly safe.